Not everybody can do it,
No.
but I can.
Okay. So can we?
I could find water. Like I could find water. If somebody doesn't know where their water line is, I can go find it for them.
Okay. So
And
divining rods.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring Stanley back because he said he can find like say this looks kind of like a grave. But he can use the divining rods, and when it hits the body, they. Yeah.
Now, I didn't know that I had this, and I was telling a surveyor that, I can find that too. Well, he could too.
Yeah.
But, he said, well, if you can find water line, he said, you can find dead bodies. And I happen to look after the cemetery in Mabou, so it's a good gift.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you could even find the ones that don't have headstones.
Yes.
We may have to bring Stanley to several graveyards with us.
Yeah. Take him to Black Brook.
Yeah, well, we'll find that witch. There's a witch's grave. It's the local legend in Port Morion about this witch. But anyway, they say she's buried, obviously not in the cemetery, but, on the outskirts. But there's people saying, no, she's over here. And no, she's over on this side. So, yeah, we need him in divining rods. Yeah.
It was fun because Mikey told me about it.
He said he saw it.
Well, Mikey was telling me about, speaking of divining rods.
Yeah.
He had like a leak in his basement or something like that, and the city came out 4 different times to try and find a water line, and they couldn't. And then the guy just goes back to his truck and grabs a divining rod, goes over to the spot, and then he's just like, it's right here. And they dug it up, and that's exactly where it was.
Wow.
And he was like, what?
What sorcery is this?
You're a city employee, like
Yeah.
municipal employee. What are you doing? He's like, no, that works like 99%.
Wow.
He's like, I don't know why I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I mean, it's, we put in a new water line at home with 5 years old.
Wow.
We had a water line for 40 years. And we decided it was time to replace it.
See, I'm nervous to walk now because I feel like I'm walking over people, and that's not something that I'm into doing.
I don't think they know you're right here for the right intentions.
Yeah. We're not here in a disrespectful manner at all. What?
Into the woods,
What's in the woods?
partridge or a chicken.
Oh, really? I forgot my squirrely gun.
There's water, the water line, I figure there's an old cellar drain to the house before I built it.
Yeah.
So when they actually hit it, the water kind of pumping up. If we had known that when we started, before we started,
Yeah, instead of connect.
I don't know if the water was any water.
Wow.
That's amazing the way the things used to be, like my grandparents from Port Morion, and they're not the sewer line, but like the sink, a bathtub, and washer and dryer, all together into a book. Yeah, like down in the office.
Ooh. So there was the first asylum.
Yeah.
And
built in 1989.
so would
Opened in that time frame.
so would they have been buried here as well?
I don't know when they started burying people.
Okay.
Like I said, the records only started in 1906, I think.
Yeah.
And then they were very sporadic until about 1912. They
Okay.
became fairly consistent.
All right.
And then the new asylum was built in
25,
25, yeah.
Yeah.
And burned in 50.
24, I guess it was.
Yeah. And what
47 it burned.
47. That's right. Yeah. So what caused the fire? Did they know?
It was a very cold day and they had good heat.
Yeah.
Cold heat problems.
Yeah. That's right.
And it started apparently in the attic, so there was a
Something.
flue fire or whatever.
Yikes. So 110 buried here. 85, like actually with names. Yeah. Okay. Is there any way to find the others? I'm sure it's, I mean, these people, like you said.
Short of hoping that some of the local churches might have records. Like, I got names of over 400 people that died here.
Wow. Okay.
But most of them would have been shipped back home.
Yeah, okay. That had families that just...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the ones here are basically the ones that were forgotten. For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conditions didn't allow it.
Yeah.
They were here from Cape North to
Yeah.
Soldiers Cove and beyond in Richmond County.
I saw one fellow was from Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably an immigrant.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's some from the Magdalen Islands. There's a couple from Magdalen Islands that worked here, whatever.
Yeah.
There must have been some amount of travel at that time.
Okay. Wow.
There's an old lady in the village, she's 105 now.
Holy.
She was telling me about the story of a lady from the Magdalen Islands that came. She was a good friend of hers. She met her husband here and they moved to Quebec.
Wow. 105.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah.
And she's quite good at it too. So.
Yeah. That's one thing to be 105, but to have your wits about you, all the power to you. I barely have my wits about me now. I'm 41.
Yeah, it's like talking to my grandmother now. She's 94, and she survived the Nazi occupation in Holland. We were in a concentration camp. She remembers the day being back like it was yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
They didn't have it easy in Holland.
No, they sure didn't. No, they sure didn't.
Came and took their house.
Allied bomber was hit over her farm. And her fell and blew up her barn. Bedside barn.
Wow.
Anyway, it's a pretty sad.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So this paranormal stuff you're doing, what do you feel anything here? Or?
I'm not the type that'll show up and say, hey, there's a boy over there. I can't do that. I wish I could. I can't. But we do have different groups we work with. There's Lost Souls Paranormal Spiritual Services there in Truro, and we have a couple girls that come with us. They've been to the Fortress of Lewisburg with us on many occasions, and so we work with different teams, so we can kind of, I can't do that. But I mean, like I brought my equipment just because I take it everywhere. Electricians take tool boxes and all that stuff, and I bring my ghost hunting gear everywhere.
So what's your ghost hunting gear? What's the principle behind that?
Well, basically, we have like a K2 meter, picks up electromagnetic fields. So a lot of electricians will use it in the house finding wires. When I turn them on in my house, they go berserk because it's there's so many wires and that, but. Spirit, we have a spirit box, and basically what it does is it scans AM and FM frequencies. So you'll hear like the local radio stations, but you're looking for something outside of that. I have an Echo Box app on my phone. Basically, it's a word generator. So you ask questions, and we've had some pretty cool stuff come back. Oh yeah, like we have everything posted on YouTube. But yeah, we've had St. Rita's Hospital. We've got a ton of really good EVPs, some really scary stuff. Like we've asked a couple times, like, what happened to you? We've got I was raped a couple times at different places. City Hospital, we got it once. St. Rita's a few times. So you don't those are we don't like those.
We liked when we were out at Lewisburg last time, when we were near the font.
Yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Like we were getting a lot of the electricity. There's no wiring in this place.
No.
Everybody had their phones on.
Yeah.
And it was spiking right near the baptismal font where there's apparently an unknown girl buried.
Yeah.
And we got a name came through, and it was like, he's buried here, and it clear as day said Josie. I was over on the other side of the room talking to people, and I heard it. Have you ever been in the chapel at the Fortress of Lewisburg? So we're over, what's it called? The font.
The font. Okay, I call it. It just looks like a little bird bath. I know it's not that, but anyway, that's where we were. And if you have your phone on or anything like that, it'll make them go crazy. So we usually will have them either off or on airplane mode, just because. But yeah, that was, and like I say, I don't pick up feelings, but at that time, for a good solid 10 minutes, that K2 meter was just jumping. And it was just the lights. So you're picking up the energy, right? But
this energy, I'm sure when I do my things, like that again.
Has to be. Yeah, that's, and it's all working the same, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't need all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like we go some places, we'll take a recorder and I'll just have my echo box on the phone. That's all we need sometimes.
I just take my wife.
She can pick up on that stuff.
She's like, I took her to the tuberculosis ward out in Point Edward. I didn't tell her where I was taking her, which is, it's a nice hike. And anyways, we ended up, and she's like, "Oh, cool, there's a foundation here." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was just like watching her. And she walks to the front. She's like, "Oh God, don't feel good here, right?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. Let's go." And anyways, we're walking out, and I was like, "What? Are you feeling okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I just got kind of weird back there. I thought I was gonna get sick." And I was like, "That was the tuberculosis ward in the 20s and right up till the 50s." And she was like, "Why do you bring me to these places?"
Surprise!
Surprise!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary.
When this place burned, there was a number of them taken to Point Edward. I think most of them went to Point Edward first,
Really?
and then
Okay, I didn't know that.
it took a little while to get Mulgrave set up.
Yeah, that's
They transferred them, but a few of them died while they were in Point Edward.
Oh, okay.
Some
Wow.
had been injured.
Do you remember I said
Wheels are spinning.
no? Because okay, let me see if I can remember it correctly. When I was looking through the city records, one of the city records was for the tuberculosis ward in Point Edward, and it didn't give much information, just who the director was, some of the nurses and stuff like that. But then it had intake, outtake. So intake would have been the people that coming in and the people leaving. But one year, and I can't remember what year it was, and it would be awesome if it coincided with that, but there was a huge influx, and then there was 2 people who left because of, or were kicked out or something like, I can't remember the wording for it, but they left, they had to leave. And I was like, what would you have to do to get kicked out of a ward in the middle of the woods out in Point Edward?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Does
that coincide with 1947?
Ah.
1948, something.
We'll find out tomorrow.
I'll text me that, because I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
I found it and I thought it was really weird, and it was like, it removed was the word they were looking, because it would say intake, outtake got better, outtake died, and then outtake removed. That's how it was.
Okay.
And I was wondering, what did it take to get removed from a tuberculosis ward without dying? Or
Yeah.
better?
Yeah. In the middle of the forest.
Point Edward had a mental hospital
Yes.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they were.
Yeah,
There were
sorry.
different facilities,
Yeah,
right?
different facilities. This was the Point Edward Hospital, just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Point Edward Hospital.
Yeah.
I kept saying tuberculosis ward because it was talking about it a second ago.
Yeah. And there was that older one that was down in the woods from like the.
Yeah, this was just the Point Edward
So
Hospital.
both of those
I think
places are abandoned now. Like
Oh
they're
yeah,
out in the
there's
woods.
I mean there's like the pillbox. There's some of the pillboxes still in the woods, and like the
Mission House.
yeah, like one's fallen down onto the shore, and I
That gets
haven't
worse
been
every year.
I haven't been there in years, but assuming the other one's probably close to being down on the
No,
shore
the
too.
one in the woods is in really good condition actually, but the one on the shore is.
Yeah.
We went maybe 3 years ago, and the floor was full. And then when you went last year, you can't walk to the edge of it.
See, that's crazy.
It was standing upright until
Oh yeah.
years ago.
But you can't. Wait, now what's this? That's just a rock. It's yeah. Well, you know what you know where you are. You know what happened. You know what I mean. So you don't really have to get a feeling, because you already have a feeling coming here, knowing just sadness, right? But it's and the fact that they're forgotten, and that was that, right? So no, we'll do whatever we can, and we post all this stuff on our page, Stanley. But it's awareness, and like I say, anything we can do to help out. We'll email, we'll call, we'll do whatever we can.
Yep.
Yeah, that's we're here to help. It would be nice to come here, fenced in and benches and plaques and
Weird,
yeah. Because like you say, it's a beautiful spot.
Yeah, it would, like if it was a normal graveyard,
Yeah.
it would be a beautiful spot to
But I mean, that's the sad thing is there's regular graveyards that are forgotten about.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
no,
So
there's
it's-
graveyards all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And not having a marker is not uncommon.
No, that's or like a little wooden stick that they stuck in the ground, like.
And it rotted 12 years later. And
Yeah.
It's like that. I guess.
Yeah.
I went here in the 90s sometime.
So, wow.
Even when I was telling you about that one up in South Head, somebody's taking care of that now, which is nice. It's all fenced in. It goes up now. That's like something.
Jeez, hey. Wow.
I mean, headstones are only a thing. 200 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, they didn't think much of that stuff.
No.
Yeah.
A couple of stones on top of one another someplace.
Yeah, like cairns and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But, so where was this? I assume this was just here somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where it ended. Like there was 2 died in the fire, and they were buried here.
Okay.
And I suspect up to that time they would have been a little worried about space. You know, they wouldn't want to.
No.
But when the last 2 died, they may not have put them exactly in the same order. They may
Yeah.
have put them over here someplace.
Yeah, that's right.
Just let's get out of here and get it done with.
Wow. Yeah, I guess there wasn't.
I'll have to go with my sticks. And
Yeah.
I did some of it. And I didn't find anything, but
No.
so they're likely in there.
Okay. So have you have been in here with them though before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 10 years ago probably.
Okay. So when you do that, can you let us know so we can come?
Yeah.
I want to come.
Next time he's coming, I'll take the stick.
Yeah. Well, and like I say, I threw the. But I mean, we're not here for a paranormal investigation, and I mean, I know it's private property.
This is public property.
This is okay. Yeah.
This is county property.
Okay. So for us.
Get here is private.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and that's we're not in the game of trespassing. So who would we? Is
Well,
it
you'd have to go talk to him.
okay? Okay.
Like I sent him a message saying that you were coming.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
said I'll turn off the. Tell me what time you're coming. I'll switch
Electric
off the
fence.
power.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Turn it off.
The electric fence got turned off, so that was great.
I don't know if it was or not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take chances anyway.
Yeah, sure, Stanley. We'll turn that off for you.
They're just like people watch,
Yeah, he's watching with binoculars from the window, laughing as we.
No, and that's the thing. This theory, when she wanted to do the article,
Oh yes, from PEI.
somehow is she from PI?
Oh, she lives in PEI.
Okay.
She has a British accent though, so I'm assuming she's not.
I
yeah.
never.
Anyway,
Well, I did talk to her,
yeah, sweet girl.
but she sent him an email, and he was pretty annoyed with the email.
Oh, she sent him an email.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I don't know how she got her email. She didn't get it from me,
oh,
but she said, "Do you feel bad living where you do, with all the horrors going on in that place?"
oh.
And I mean,
Yeah,
where
it's
did she get the
It's
story?
not his fault.
No,
He didn't do it.
nothing to do with it. And he said, I don't think I'm going to even call her back.
Yeah.
Have
Not
to.
even on his plane.
No.
Yeah.
And it's just that you got to go through his land to get here.
Yeah. Oh well, that's like I say. I'm not going to come up here. Well, we reach out to you anyway. You can reach out to him again. That probably won't be till the spring now, or I wouldn't dare come here in the summer.
The spring would be the the spring would be the best time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The grass grows.
Before the mosquitoes find us. Yeah. Mosquitoes carry us away. Yep. That sounds great.
Oh. This is next to a swamp. And
Wow. Just look at
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're doomed. Yeah.
We got prime.
Oh yeah. They'd be waiting for us. But yeah, no, that sounds great.
Someone up breezy day.
Yeah, yeah. Like a tropical storm day. No, that's great. No, thank you, Stanley, for kind of letting us come and.
Well, your choice to come is not mine.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but no, thank you for meeting us and kind of because we're, it's something that not everyone knows about. Very few people know about, and like I say, it's hard to find anything on it.
well, it's funny because like when I talk about stuff like this at work, and they always ask me, what are you hunting for today, John? And I'm just like, oh, I was talking about the Mabou Asylum, and they're like, the what?
Yeah.
Like the Mabou Asylum is the Inverness County Asylum, and they're like,
Yeah.
I thought the only asylum on Cape Breton was Riverside.
Yeah.
It turned into the Cape Breton Hospital. And
Butterscotch Palace.
That's, yeah, exactly. The
my
butterscotch,
dad worked
the
until
big
he
yellow
got down.
place. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now that I've heard from people that work there that place is pretty spooky.
My dad's not a believer, and he still works at the Breton Ability Center, which
Okay,
is the
yeah.
Braymore Home
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
or what it's called. And they used to have a tunnel that went from the Braymore Home underneath the ground into the what do you call it? Into the Cape Breton Hospital, Butterscotch Palace. And
Holy cow. Forgot my squirrely gun.
This time of the year,
If they turn this way, we're in trouble.
yeah, I don't want to fight a goose. But yeah, he said
Wow.
there's a tunnel, and when they tore down the Butterscotch Palace, they sealed the other end of the tunnel, and now there's just doors. And when you open the doors, it's just a brick wall. And he said, I don't feel good ever when I go down there.
Wow.
He's not a believer.
So they just blocked it off.
It's just a brick wall now, or cement wall or whatever now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know some nurses
Still
that
go
have.
down into the basement, and there's still like a little bit of a hallway and the doors that would open up
To the tunnel.
they open up to a brick wall.
Yeah.
A brick wall. And there's nothing more terrifying than opening the door and seeing
A
nobody
brick
else.
wall, yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, I know some nurses that have worked there, and then there's certain ghost stories from there, right?
Yeah. He sent one of the new nurses down there one time. He's like, go on down there and you go to the end of the hall, go through the doors, the supply cabinet on the other side. He was weird. He was just like,
She opened it
I
up to a
felt
brick
bad
wall?
about
Oh,
it.
shit.
He was like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, and she never came back.
You go through that door.
Yeah.
Through that door, down the hall.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Oh man.
No. All right. Well, yeah, but nothing to get some chainsaws and come in and clean it out and clean it up. And
Take it.
No, it won't take much work.
Take a
No.
day.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you could get
And fence it off.
if you know, like, yeah, you have a good idea where the boundary is, right?
Put the cross back up, little fence.
I mean, have a couple of benches because it's to sit there and just listen to the water run through. It's a peaceful spot. And it's funny too. I drive through here every 2 weeks or 3 weeks to come up to visit stores, and I drove right past. I'm like, I wonder where it is, and I'm driving by, and so I'm here every, never ever thought. But I mean, I asked some people around here, and they didn't, not really sure.
Yeah, no, the younger ones.
No.
No, I mean, these are the stories we grew up with.
Yeah.
Like I'm 70, so or will be 70 next
Yeah.
birthday. So these are. I was only born 5 years after the place burned. So.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but and like for future generations to know about it, and that's
I want to do something like this for the library, like just collect stories that people would otherwise forget about.
Yeah.
Just put them in a book.
absolutely.
Or
Yeah.
or on a file or something like that.
Yeah.
Because there's so much stuff that people forget about.
Yeah.
Like I don't. What amazed me, 1947.
Yeah.
There was an article the next day in the Herald. Is there anything in the Cape Breton Post?
Cape Breton. You know what? I
Is it
will.
the record or anything else?
I will say this 100%. If you've got somebody that works for Post, I'm sorry, but they have always been the worst people to report the news. Like you'll get an article in the Herald, and it'll be like 2 days later, and it happened down the road from the Cape Breton Post.
Yeah.
Like there was a woman messaged me when there was 3 boys killed in Maine in the 70s up Cape Breton. Yeah, the Trent Railroad.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And the Cape Breton Post was just like whatever the whatever the sheriff said in Maine was gospel, and that was it. It was just like the case was open and shut in 2 days, and then the Cape Breton Post didn't even report on the boys being missing prior to it. And so the girl who was doing the research in Maine, me and her were back and forth, and she said, "Oh, they sent her maybe it was like 3 or 4 days."
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I always joke.
Yeah.
Somebody should come up after a certain microfilm. This person died on this day.
Whew. So this is where we are. The graveyard of the former Mabou Asylum, as you guys have heard. So yeah, we're planning on helping Mr. Beaton out as much as we can to get the area at least preserved, something put up here. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do a full investigation with permission, of course, because there are electric fences around the property. Just a heads up. Thankfully, Stanley made a phone call and got them turned off for us, so we didn't get zapped. But anyway, yeah, so we'll be back. So this is the spot. We're very happy to be here. It's been great talking to Stanley. Obviously, it's just farmland now. You can't find the asylum. There's, all there is this graveyard, and you can't even tell it was a graveyard, other than that cross is laying back there. So anyway, we're gonna do what we can. Some pretty long videos. If you guys, fast forward or skip, I don't blame you. But super, super informative, super cool, beautiful, beautiful spot. And yeah, we look forward to doing some digging. Stanley is gonna return with his divining rods, and we're gonna come with him. And yeah, we'll be able to find out where some bodies are. There's 110 buried here, only 85 known. Yeah, we're gonna keep digging. Thanks for watching as always. This has been awesome. I've been wanting to get here for about 3 years now. Super happy we did. And yeah, more to come, guys. Thanks. Cheers.